Mama Ducks, Baby Duck, Mr. No Ducks himself, quack, quack. But watch this though. Now y'all know what's been going on for probably about what, around the last 2 months or so. With Iyo Skyy, Asuka, Kyrie Sane, hashtag we want Kyrie Sane, which is why people kind of got upset when they let her go because she was in the midst of this storyline. And the storyline was about Asuka and Iyo Skyy and, Asuka being the mentor to Iyo Skyy and Iyo being the student to Asuka and her disrespecting Asuka and not acting like the proper student who is looking up to their mentor. That's pretty much what the storyline was about. She was trying to get Iyo Skyy back on the same page as her. Well, y'all know Iyo Skyy in the backstage segment that they had with Asuka last week, Iyo Skyy said that she really don't want to do it, but she got to do it because Asuka is not the same person that she was when she was mentoring her, when she was training her, when she brought her over here, so she have to go on and lay hands and feet on her, have to go on BTA to her, because she ain't the same person and she ain't gonna feel bad about it. Well, they had the match at Backlash. Again, nice match. Asuka, Iyo Skyy, come on now. How can you go wrong? You definitely know that it was a good match. None of these matches was better than that Danhausen match, though. Let me throw that back out there. Well, it was more, again, of like a mentor versus student type of match. It was a lot of submission moves, a lot of reversals. You can use a lot of arm bars, a lot of Oscar locks. You can tell that both of them knew each other. Student versus teacher type of match. Well, it came down to a part in the match where they fighting outside the ring on the announcement table. And Asuka ended up getting the best of Iyo Skyy, and she was going for the mist. But when she sprayed the mist, Iyo Skyy ended up picking up Wade Barrett notebook, and the mist, of course, ended up hitting the notepad, and she blocked it. At this point in the match, man, you just started kind of seeing Asuka guards kind of go down. It looked like you could just see the passing of the torch type of moment in this particular moment right here, in that particular spot of the match, man. And, Iyo was looking at Asuka like, yeah, I got you now. So Asuka went to kick her, but Iyo blocked it, and she hit her with like a dragon screw and made Asuka end up hitting the announce table. And as Asuka trying to get up off the ground, Iyo get on the apron and she hit that springboard moonsault. She didn't really get to get all of it, but, she touched her, or whatever. Asuka ended up falling to the ground. Iyo threw it back in the ring. She stepped over her. She was going for her over the moonsault, but while she was going for the over the moonsault, Asuka ended up getting her inside of a triangle, and she transitioned from the triangle into the Asuka lock. And I thought Iyo was tapping the way she was hitting her arm on the ground, but she wasn't tapping. She was just showing that, of course, she didn't want to be in the move. You know what I'm saying? She was really showing that. She was about to go to sleep. And as it looked like she was going to sleep, she ended up rolling over and ended up pinning Asuka. But then, of course, Asuka ended up kicking out at 2. Asuka ended up rolling over in the corner, to try to get a little bit of relief. But Iyo ran over there, hit her with the double knees, the bullet train in the corner. She jumped up on the third rope, hit the over the moonsault, went for the pin. 1, 2, 3. And the student has now become the teacher. Now, that ain't the whole thing, though, man. After the match, man, Asuka looked like she was crying. You couldn't really tell because of the makeup, but you can tell based off her facial expression. And, she bowed down to Iyo. She grabbed her hand. She walked her around the ring. I'm thinking she's just playing and she finna hit her with some myths. You know what I'm saying? And nobody is ready for Asuka, but she actually didn't do that, man. The way she was acting like that was her last match, mixed with, if y'all saw what's been going on online ever since that match has happened, a lot of other wrestlers have been posting things about Asuka in the past, like some of her past matches, some of the memorable things that she did, some of the times that they had with her. And she hasn't said anything yet, but based off of her actions last night and what's been going on social media for the last past 24 hours that's pertaining to Asuka, it looks like she's gonna throw her hat in the ring, man. You know what I'm saying? Hey, nobody's ready for Oscar. She has been around for a long time. Take what I'm saying with a pinch of salt, man. I'm just going off what the speculation, the rumors, what I've been seeing as well. But if this is Oscar last match, and she definitely passed the torch to Iyo Skyy in this match if she stays or not. But if this is her last match, then what better match to have as your last match than passing the torch over to your protege, man? You know, and when it comes to race, like we talk about sometimes on this channel, you know, black and white and Asian and all that, it's even better because you pass it over to somebody that's pretty much in your same culture, man. So it's a beautiful thing. Share the turf for it. I am Mama Ducks, Baby Duck, Mr. No Ducks himself, quack, quack. But watch this, though.